Welcome to Wrestling News and Opinions Breakdown for WWE's Raw June 1st, 2015 from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas. And the show opened up with the Authority, and the Authority and said that Seth is still the champ, as that's what Stephanie was saying. Triple H was pissed off at Dean Ambrose, rightfully so, and he called him out. So he calls out Ambrose, but Ambrose is such a wuss that he doesn't show up, he doesn't come out, but instead he sends his tough buddy Roman Reigns out there to do his dirty work. So Roman Reigns comes down to the ring to confront the Authority, and Roman asks on the behalf of Dean Ambrose for a ladder match at Money in the Bank between the champion Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. So then Roman Reigns used some psychology on Rollins. He was doing pretty good on the mic, I'll tell you that. Roman, definitely impressive on the mic. And he was telling Rollins that he used to be a little bit cool back when he was in the Shield, but now that he runs with his mommy and his daddy, referring to Triple H and Stephanie, and the smallest security team ever, he's referring to J&J. Although J&J, yeah, they're little, but they're actually about the size of the average person. I mean, I'm taller than them, and I'm sure a lot of people are, but a lot of people are that height, it's an average size. So Roman said Seth was the worst champ of all time. Rollins then freaked out, and he ended up giving Ambrose the match, saying that he doesn't need the Authority, he doesn't need J&J, he said he doesn't need a 7-foot piece of crap, referring to Kane, and he said that he can retain the belt all by himself, and he stormed off as he was just all having kind of a hissy fit there. So he left, but I mean, he did, say he doesn't need all those people, and I'll tell you what, he really doesn't need all those people, and actually the best thing would be for Seth to get away from the Authority, as he's actually plenty talented, and he's got a huge repertoire of moves that he isn't even using because he can't use those moves as a heel. So anyway, Steph freaked out, and she got in Roman's face, but Triple H ended up taking over, and at this point he was keeping his cool, although he was furious earlier, and he ended up bringing up last year's Money in the Bank, throwing that in Roman Reigns' face, that he had lost that match, and then Triple H set up a match between Roman Reigns and King Barret with the stipulation that if Reigns lost, he would end up having, he would lose his spot at Money in the Bank, and that King Barret would take his spot. So the Money in the Bank spot was on the line for the match between Roman Reigns and King Barret. So that's how they opened up the show. I thought it was a pretty good opening all around overall. I was actually happy they didn't have Dean out there because I can't stand Dean Ambrose. I thought Roman was doing pretty good on the mic. Seth did kind of fobble one of his words, but I mean, he was just so mad, and when you get mad like that, you sometimes will say a word wrong. But I thought Seth did a pretty good job. I thought it was a pretty good open. And Triple H and Stephanie, they're always awesome on the mic for sure. I mean, they're vets. They've been doing it for forever, and they're just as good as always, if not better than ever. So I thought that was a pretty good opening. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions, what you thought about the opening of the show. What do you think about, Ambrose having Reigns go out there and then get him the match? I thought it was kind of interesting because, I mean, ultimately, if Roman Reigns is in the Money in the Bank match, that means he wants the title. So then why is he making matches for Dean, and why is he so concerned about him having the title? So if Roman wins Money in the Bank, then, and if Dean ends up having the belt, then the two of them will be at odds. So that kind of doesn't make sense, exactly. Although I actually would like to see Seth Rollins go back to being a face, have them turn Dean Ambrose to a heel, put him with the Authority where he belongs, and then I'd like Roman Reigns. So I mean, I think they could just keep him a face of people like Roman. So just, I think the way things worked out was how they were going to work out anyway. I don't think they were necessarily ever had any plan of putting the belt on Roman just then when they, when everybody thought they were at the Royal Rumble. They always, all along, it was going to be Seth cashing in at WrestleMania. I saw that coming a mile away. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thank you very much for listening. It is appreciated.